This is a burr root rose. These aren't great, so I'm just going to snip them off so it can stop putting energy into those parts. It's got a 50-50 chance, eh? Cruel to be kind, eh? Cruel to be kind. Oh, look. So much better. But look at the state of all this. So I need to clear it off so it doesn't all blow back on again and just secure it a bit. But I do feel better about it. So these are a load of leaf and crap that was behind my shed. And I just thought, do you know what, it looks a little bit like so. There's actually bits of ivy in it, so as to whether or not, I don't know if I'm going to put that in. There'll be some little bits, but it has all decomposed. Well, the majority of it has. But get it all under there. So when this is full, I'm going to transfer it and layer it in the big compost bin, which is what you're currently leaning on right now. Planted those tomatoes and courgettes, and I've got this sort of fencing. However, it's a bit too big to be putting up, so I'm going to cut it in half to maximise the use of it, because I think it's only 3 metres long, and stake it around the bed that I did yesterday. So I'm going to put you on time lapse whilst I put it, because it might be a little bit painful to watch. So as well as the fencing, other items you'll need will be a couple of stakes and something to secure the fencing to the stake. So now I have 2 of these size things to put as edgings around the border, just because it's really exposed on the site and the winds can come whipping round. So I'm just going to see how much of it I'm actually going to get and see where I need to position it. Whilst the battery was charging, still getting used to this video in malarkey, I sort of put out the fencing where it's going to be. So I've got my mallet and I've got a few stakes, so I'm just going to put those into the ground and then put the fencing around it. I think I'm going to try outside the bed at first, just in case, because then if it does fall over, the veg aren't going to be affected too much. So let's see how it goes. So I am now working my way around the bed, forgetting things from the shed, throwing things around. So I still haven't managed to buy any string yet, but I do have that trusty old copper tape that I had the other day. So hopefully this is going to be enough to keep it all secure. We'll see. So you can see I'm walking around the bed, measuring up how much wire I'll need for each stake. It was at this point that my battery decided to die. Pic coming up to show you the finished product. Quite proud of it actually. Gutted my battery's failing on me, but here you can see it in all its glory. So the other day I was recording making this fence and then my battery ran out. But it looks like it's withstood the high winds. That said, the flowers aren't looking too good, so might give it a bit of a water. Let's see what's crack-a-lacking. Yeah, sweet peas aren't doing great. Need to secure those. And no carrots, but I've just pulled up some bindweed from there. Ooh, some spuds are coming through, including the one that I sat on the other day. So there's no action in these, so I took the lids off just because they might be a bit too warm. Been stood in stagnant water, so I'm going to empty that. So that might explain why it's... So I think I need to do some more beans in a larger pot like that one. Let's go and do the other job. So the other day I planted a rose here, and I was giving you all like, oh, I'll put it in with these sunflowers, it'll grow really well. I was chatting to a lady. She was telling me she used to have an allotment and that it's going to hinder the growth. I'm going to take it up, I'm going to repot it. But then when I was at home, I noticed we had a patch of sunflowers growing up where a tree had just been cut down, and there used to be loads of bird feed. Anyway, the soil's been disturbed and stuff, and a load of sunflowers had just come up. I de-weeded this bed earlier today, and it's full of creeping buttercups. So I think because sunflowers are allopathic, it makes sense to put those in. And I had a load growing for free in the back garden from a load of bird seed that had come down from a tree. So I've done the sunflowers, and I'm just going to go and get some mulch, cover it over, give it a good water, and then hopefully it'll be okay for a couple of days. So there you have it. We have a weeded and mulched sunflower bed. Not going to lie, it took longer than I thought it was going to do, but I'm really proud of it. Check it out. As to whether we'll get any sunflowers, I don't know. Really chuffed. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm off home for a shower. Bye bye. I'd also like to add to this video that I was really quite tired and hot, and the de-weeding of the bed was absolutely horrific. I was just getting bitten by ants, and there was just creeping buttercup everywhere. It was the worst bed that I've ever de-weeded. The combination of it being hot, the combination of being bitten, there was also issues with my phone and things like that. So yeah, it was a hard edit, this one, to even make it sound like I was enjoying myself because I'll be honest with you, I wasn't, and I was making lots of mistakes. Nothing was happening, everything just seems to be going wrong, but I guess that's the nature of being an allotmenter. You're going to have the good, the bad and the ugly. Hope you stay tuned. I'll see you on the next one.